How to style and brand your content. In order to change your subtitles font, colour, style, effect, we're going to go over to the style panel on the left hand side and click. As you can see, there's loads of different panels to then choose from, but we're going to focus on the subtitle styling panel. Here, you're able to change the colour of your subtitles. So let's make that purple and make the background colour white. You can then underline your font if you want to, or you can make it italic or even bold. You can also select all three if you really wanted to. But for now, I'm just going to keep bold. You can then go down and change your font. And as you can see, there's a lot of fonts to choose from, quite a wide selection. But if you're still not happy and want to upload a custom one, go all the way down to the bottom and there will be your option to upload a custom font. Find your font, click and select open. It might take a few seconds, but as you can see, your font will then appear in the panel. It will also integrate over to your video preview. Now, because my font is quite chunky and cartoony, I don't really want a background on it. So in which case, I can go down to effects and I can actually change the effect of the font. So at the moment, we've got a thick background colour selected, but we could put a drop shadow instead if we wanted, or an outline, or even nothing. We could just have it plain. For this purpose, I'm going to choose outline. And in order to play around with that and the thickness, I can go to this little panel right here. I can now go in and play with the colour of the outline. So click here, and as you can see, you have an option to put your hex code in if you know your hex code for your brand. If you don't, then just find a colour that matches your brand as close as possible and go in and select it, select colour. And as you can see, the outline is now pink, which makes it harder to read. So I'm going to put mine back to white. And then you can also go down and play around with the opacity of the outline. I'm going to put mine at full opacity. You can also play around with the size down here. So as you can see, it makes it really thick, but I think I would rather slightly thinner. This is good for me, so I'm going to keep it like that. But I think the font is a little bit small, so I can go back up to my subtitle styling and select a bigger size. 72, maybe a little bit larger. Perfect. I can also arrange the alignment of the subtitle by going here and clicking align left, center, or right. I prefer center, so I'm going to keep it as center. I can then also position these subtitles specifically to where I want them. So if we go all the way down, there's a segment called position. I'm going to click on position. As you can see, there's a choice of 3 main positions you can put them in automatically. There's at the top, in the middle, or towards the bottom. Or you can set your own position and click on the custom position button. I'm going to move mine a little bit higher, so I'm going to do 100 here as well. And as you can see, that's brought them up a lot further. If I really wanted to, I could change this to say 90, so it's slightly off center. But I don't want to do that. I want mine to be quite consistent, so I'm going to keep it in the center. You can click on this again, and it will pull the bar up, so it keeps it from getting too messy to look at. Next, I'm going to add a logo. So I'm going to go over to the logo panel on the left-hand side again. I'm going to then click Upload Logo. And I'm going to find my logo, which is right here, and I'm going to insert it. I'm going to open it. And as you can see, it's now popped up in the top left-hand corner. What you can do now is you can make it small, medium, or large. I'm going to have it small because it's a bit too big otherwise for my liking. And I want to turn the opacity up to 100. You have the option to put it as low as you want, so it's literally like a little watermark, but I want mine to 100%. You can then also position your logo to however you want it. You can then also custom the position of the logo, so you can select custom margin. And again, you can play around with it and put it to where you want it. I usually do about 50-60. Perfect. So it's got a nice border to it, an edge to it. You can then also opt to keep the subtly watermark if you wanted to, but it's very unlikely that you'll want that when you're promoting your own videos. And that's it. That's how you can tweak your subtitles, the way they look, the way they feel. You can add your brand, your own personal touch to them. And it's as simple as that. I really hope this video was useful for you, and I hope you love using Subtly just as much as I do.